Wow. If you like an interesting storyline, you just can't beat what's in today's reading in Judges chapters 19 to 21. These last three chapters, by the way, tell the story of how Benjamin almost became extinct. It begins with a Levite and his concubine. Now, a concubine was a second-class wife. She was a wife whose kids didn't get figured into the will. She was just a second-class wife, and he goes after his concubine because she left him. Gone 4 months, moves in with her father, and the Levite goes after her, and finally, after being persuaded for 3 or 4 days to stay on, he decides to leave one evening late. Takes his concubine with him. When he's there in the territory of Benjamin, in chapter 19, he stops by, and while he's there in the city, an old man comes and says, "Hey, stay with me this evening." So he does, and goes in. But the men of the city, sort of like the Sodom and Gomorrah incident, they come and they want the man, the Levite. Well, to make a long story short, because you're going to read it, right? You are going to read it. Well, what you'll see there is the Levite offers his concubine to the men. And they take her and they abuse her all night. And the next morning, she's got her hand on the threshold of the door, and she's dead. So this Levite, he cuts her up in 12 pieces and mails her to the 12 tribes of Israel. I mean, how do you even wrap a package like that? Well, the men of Benjamin, they're called upon to bring judgment down on their own city there, Gibeah. But instead, they defend Gibeah. And Gibeah, the tribe of Benjamin, on behalf of Gibeah, they go to war with Israel over this, and there's a great, great, great loss of life. I mean, a great loss of life. Only 600 men from Gibeah end up escaping. See how that happened. And then Israel looks and they say, well, hey, we're about to become extinct with regard to one tribe, Benjamin. So chapter 21 is, how are we going to get wives, because we've destroyed their city, how are we going to get wives for these 600 men of Benjamin, because we don't want that tribe to become extinct. And, you know, this chapter 21 is just, well, how else can you describe it? It's bizarre. Read it and see how they end up getting wives for these 600 Benjamites so that the tribe of Benjamin won't become extinct. I tell you, you can't make up stuff like this. Read the story. I think you're going to enjoy today's reading, and we'll see you tomorrow.